Hi, Lisa. I'm going to be creating a video here for you so that we can show you how to use Canvas and do grading and enter stuff. Um, I apologize if you hear horrible rumbling in the background. The lot next to my house is being annihilated by some builders, and it's awful. But anyway, so let's go into your course. As you can see down here, I am logged in as you, so this will be exactly how you're going to see everything. So this is your health course, so we're going to go in here. And I wanted to show you our different things over in the navigation bar. You've already worked on your home page and got that up and running, so that's awesome. Your syllabus should be good. Jeannie made that, so here's your syllabus. It not only has the syllabus, but then at the bottom it also has every assignment that's in the course. I'll go a little slower. And this course summary shows absolutely every assignment, quiz, everything that's in this course. Okay. So if we go back up into the modules, you're going to see that every module has been set up for you. They are in place. Now, what I'm noticing is that your modules do not have prerequisites or requirements. So I'm going to show you in this first module how to make prerequisites and requirements. What these do is these will close off all of the other modules until the student goes through in the order that you choose. And for the most part, we want them to go in straight order through. So the first thing we're going to do when we do this is we're going to go over to these three dots and we're going to click Edit. Once we're in here, we're going to click Add a Prerequisite. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the module that went before it. That will make it so that the kids can't even get into the module until they've done the one before it. Next, we're going to add requirements. And we want the students must complete all of these requirements, as well as students must move through the requirements in sequential order. This takes a little bit of time, but it will make your life a lot easier because the kids will be going through an order instead of skipping over all of the curriculum stuff, all of the content, and then going straight to the work. So what we do first is we've got our list, we pick our first thing, and what I like to do is go over to the side here, pull this over, so we can actually see what's going on over here. So you can move things around and see what's going on over there so we know the order we're in. So we go first, it's an introduction, and if we look over here, you can see it's a little page, and all of those little pages are content pages. So we want to make those view item. Next, we go to 102. That's our key terms, and again, little page. So we're going to view the item. We do the same for 103 and 104. Our next assignment is 105, and as you can see, it's got these two little writing boxes. So that's going to be a discussion post. And when we get discussion posts, we'll scroll down to discussions, 105. When we get discussion posts, we want the kids to contribute to the page in order to get through. So we'll click on that one. Next, we'll click the next requirement, which is 106, our self-esteem, and that's a view. Next is a reflection, and it's a pencil with a paper, so that's going to be an assignment. So when we have assignments, we'll scroll down to assignments, find it, 107. And what we're going to do is have submit the assignment. So we'll click that. Next, we're going to add the next requirement, which is 108, which I believe, again, is an assignment. So we scroll down to that, and we submit the assignment. We'll add the next requirement, and let's scroll down a little so we can see better. Okay. So our next one after 108 is 109, and that's another page, and that's a view. 110 appears to be another page. Yep, so that's a view. 111 is an assignment, so that's going to be a submit. 112 is a view. 113 is a discussion, so that's going to be a contribute. 114 is a view. And you can see, unfortunately, this does take quite a while, but it will be of benefit in the end for you and your students. It will make quite a bit of difference in how they complete the work and their performance on the work. Because if they have to go through the lessons, they're more likely to actually learn the material. So then let's see, 117. We're almost there. 118. 119 is a discussion, so we contribute. And then 120 is a summary, so that's a view. So then we update the module, and we're going to click continue. And you can see now it says prerequisites at the top and complete all items. So this first module is all set. So in student view, the students will not actually be able to see this until they go through the actual work. So they'll have to do the introduction first, and then once they do the introduction, this will be the only thing that they see. They won't see anything else. So let's check that out in our student view. So as you can see, we've got it set up so they have to go in order. So everything is grayed out except for the things we want to. Now this one, as you can see, this didn't have any prerequisites or requirements, so the kids can see it and they can get in there and do their work. So we want to make sure that we do those prereqs and requirements for absolutely everything. So let's get out of student view now. Let's go over to our grades so we can look at the grade book. Oh, I'm still in student view, sorry. So now we're in the grade book, and you can see you have your students here, and then you have all of your assignments up here. If you would like, let me know, and I will put in the new grade book. I will set it up with the new grade book so you can change these things and put them in actual order instead of only being able to arrange the columns by points or due dates. We can put them in order based on where they're located. Just let me know. If you want to see, if you want to see an individual student, we would click the individual student. From here, you can see their grades, you can see their student information, or you can see the analytics, which is some data about them. What's also nice here in grades is once you get the welcome call in, you'll actually see every assignment that the student's been assigned, and it will have their due dates on there. So this is their pace chart. So that's real handy. Especially when you do your welcome call, you can tell the kids to get into their grades and they'll actually have their pace chart. The next thing we're going to look at is we'll look at the eSchool dashboard. This is going to be a vital one. This is real similar to VSA. This is going to allow us to track the data and the pace and the information on our students. If you would like information on creating new tables, and I think you should create new tables and things like that once you get rolling. Danny and I can provide all the training you need in order to make the tables that will benefit you the most in tracking your students' pace. When we want to log calls, because as you can see right now what we have, we've got the student welcome call and the parent welcome call, and then a monthly call. This student welcome call is what is actually going to turn on the assignments for the kids. So as soon as this is logged in, our kids can then see all of the assignments in the course. Okay, so in order to do an actual enter a call, we're going to put a check mark by the student we're looking for, and we're going to log contact. Then we do the little pull down. This pull down will have every different kind of call we need. And remember, the student welcome call is going to be the one that triggers it. But we also have to have that parent welcome call as well because we need the student and the parent. But the student welcome call, if you just get a chance to speak to the student before you speak to the parent, that's perfect. We can get that logged and get them in there working. So after you set up that call, you put in your subject, you write some text about it. If you'd like to send it to your inbox, that'll work. Or if you just want to log it as being an attempted contact, you can click that if you don't get a hold of the person. And then afterwards, you're going to click create. Once you click create, the date and time is going to be entered into this box. Last contact will also be filled in with that same box. This check mark and log contact is what you're going to do for all of your calls, monthly calls, DBAs, any of the calls that you just make to the student in order to keep them on track, things like that. In here, we'll have the percent complete, so their pace. We'll have their current grade, and we'll have their weeks active. The weeks active, again, will be based upon the welcome calls. Once those are entered, we'll trigger our weeks active, and then you'll be able to see where they are in the course itself. The next one we're going to look at, but you really shouldn't have to do anything in, is Flex Learning. Flex Learning is kind of the assignment brains of the course. We've set up Flex Learning so that you don't have to assign any work whatsoever to the kids. Flex Learning assigns it for the students and gives them all due dates. So as you can see, we have due dates in here for all of the assignments, and they're based on when the student's start date is. If the student's start date was today, it would fill in all of these. If the start date is a different one, because this is a theoretical start date, these will change as well, and they'll be individualized for every single student. Next, we'll look at SpeedGrader, and in order to do that, I'm going to go into one of my courses so we can actually look at it. So I'm going to pause, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. So now, from where we are here, we have our SpeedGrader. You go into assignment, you see that students have completed some work. We go into our SpeedGrader itself. That'll open another window. You'll see the student submission in this window where you can grade it. The rubric, if there's one present, will be over here. You can use that rubric to grade. You can add comments to the student here and then click submit, and then you would put the grade up there. This pull down will show you all of the students that are in the class. A check mark means that the student did their work and received a grade. As you can see, I excused myself from the assignment. And if they're grayed out, the student has not submitted an assignment. So that is SpeedGrader at a quick glance. Our next area that we're going to want to look at, this is probably going to be one where you're in the most, and that's going to be ungraded assignments. And when ungraded assignments, you come to here, you're going to click Retrigger. And this is an old course, so it doesn't always want to behave, but you can see it's downloading the data from Canvas. So we're just going to wait for that to occur. Once that's done, the page will refresh, and in here, you're going to have a list of the assignment names, the student names, when they were submitted, and if there's an assignment key. You can change the order based on submission date. So you want to get the oldest things out of your queue first. So you might want to arrange by submission date and do that. Admin and Danny and I occasionally go in here to make sure that everybody's on track getting their assignments graded within the 48-hour period. So you can definitely use this ungraded assignments, to keep track of those assignments. This is going to be your location to find your assignments. When you click on the individual assignment itself, I wish there were some in here, but we don't have any yet. When you click on the assignment, it's actually going to open it up in SpeedGrader, and then you can grade the assignment that way. Then you would come back to this page, go to the next one, so on and so forth. I believe, let's go into announcements. With our announcements page, these announcements are going to show up at the top of your homepage. We'll make sure we know that it's set up. So if you had a homepage like you have, across the top there would be the announcements, and it's going to show the last 3 announcements. So what you do when you want to make a new announcement is we simply add the announcement. You're going to type in the title of the announcement, type in the information in the announcement, you're then going to pick what you're going to post it in. We're just going to post it in my sandbox. We can delay the posting to whatever date we would like, or you can post it immediately. And we can allow liking if we want. I don't even bother with that. Delay posting would be the only one that I would actually use if you've got announcements that you want to go out at certain times. Once that's done, click Save. And we've got our new announcement. So on our home page, this announcement would show up for the students when they go to that home page. So based on that, I think I've covered everything very generally. If you've got any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to contact Danny or I, and we will do whatever we need to get you on track. We're going to make this a nice seamless transition from FLVS into Canvas. You're going to love Canvas because it's a million times better than FLVS. So any help you need, let us know.